Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it, and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, on my 16cm circumference wrist, a new model for 2019. This is the Panerai Luminor Marina PAM00977. Unconventional in a few respects, starting with the size, 42mm. The watch also includes a new vertically satin finished dial with applique indices and numerals, and a fully integrated bracelet. So in many regards, this is a timepiece that looks less like other Panerai watches. And I would even go so far as to say, if your objection to the brand is that they all look the same, this may be the PAM for you. Easy to wear on my wrist, again, 16cm circumference. The watch is not exceptionally thick. 13.3mm, I was actually surprised by that, as it's thin by any standard, much less Panerai. Link to link, that is across the wrist, it's an intimidating 55mm, but I find that because of the shape of the lugs themselves, the watch doesn't wear 55 across the wrist. Consider the lug-to-lug dimension as the true operative size, and it's a much more wearable 51.7mm from lug to lug. Make that the measurement that you use. The spacing between the lugs, 22mm, and of course the use of an integrated Panerai factory bracelet changes the entire look and the feel of this watch. Are you Paneristo? If you are, then you probably know that strap swapping is part of the culture for Panerai collectors. But when you have one on a full bracelet, you're going to think twice before replacing it. It features 3 parts per link, and you can see there's a lovely contrast between polish and satin, plus a crescent profile that echoes the iconic crown guard of the watch. You'll also note that in profile, there is a bar system retaining the bracelet, and then there is a trigger lock on the bottom. You press the trigger lock, you push the bar through, and that allows you to remove the bracelet without risking your skills with a strap tool or a screwdriver, and it makes pulling the bracelet and swapping straps quite easy. You will note that it's a little bit more difficult to size the bracelet, as pins are used, so you'll need a block and a punch to size the bracelet, but you'll love the fact that it is richly designed, finished, and contrasted. Each component standing out separately. You can see the polish and the satin. You can see the sawtooth profile of the flanks. It looks like nobody else's bracelet. It's not another Rolex Oyster ripoff. Twin trigger clasp, twin deployant clasp. You can see Offine Panerai engraved on the exterior. Quite secure. You must depress both triggers to open the system. Jump into the case band. You can see it's a Luminor 1950 case, which is to say it's not the tuna can like Betterini. It's a bit more complex. It's a combination of creases and curves that many find more attractive, and it is truer to the Panerai 6152 design from the 50s that inspires the Luminor line. You'll appreciate the fact that the watch is almost entirely of satin finish and thus understated by Panerai standards. And then on the crown side, you can see the famed device protecting the crown. A Panerai patent back in the day. It gives you full protection in a way that a shouldered crown guard would not. You can see that there's a cam system with a runner bearing inside, so it's a very smooth lock and unlock. Now you pull the trigger and you've unlocked the crown. You have 100-meter water resistance when you push it down. Pull it up, and now you can wind the watch. You could set the watch. You could use the time zone function to jump time zones, driving the date in either direction as you cross the international date line. Note the watch continues to operate. Or you could pull the crown all the way. Now engage the stop seconds or hacking function. Now you can set the watch to a reference time. It's important to note that unlike most crown systems, this one is tough to take into the water when it's unlocked, because this is like a big red flag, whereas you can accidentally leave a threaded crown out a few threads and wind up with water intrusion. This gives you considerably more warning. So it's both an iconic design that allows the watch to be recognized from across the room by those who know, and it is a very functional alternative to a screw-down crown and conventional crown guards. The dial is a highlight of this watch. As you can see, it's a little bit of a DeLorean dial with a vertical satin-finished steel-like silver, and then all applique indices with superluminova, as well as bi-Arabics 12 and 6. There's a lovely splash of cyan blue in the sunken sub-register over at 9 o'clock, balanced by the date over at 3 o'clock. The timepiece is lovely, although not quite the first silver dial Panerai. I believe that honor goes to some of the Sealand for Purdy models. You'll also appreciate the fact that the watch is handsomely equipped with Panerai's own second generation caliber 9000. What makes it different? Well, caliber P9001, as you see right here, is thinner than the previous caliber 9000, which came out back in 2009, and this version is not just thinner but more robust, with a full balance bridge architecture rather than a single-sided balance cock. So a full bridge and a free-sprung balance for shock resistance. The balance beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour. The 31 jewel movement with twin mainspring barrels has a 3-day power reserve, so it has very long legs. All of this with 100 meters water resistant in spite of the display caseback. It also features an architecture with a 3/4 style bridge that is a little bit of a nod to the era of Angelus and Rolex pocket watch movements in Panerai watches of the 30s, 40s, and 50s. So the watch does have a little bit of deference to history, although this one is up to the minute. You can also see another nod to Panerai's heritage with the OP interlock logo from the 1970s. The timepiece, of course, a 2019 model year novelty. This one is up to the minute in design, spec, and aesthetic. Everything about the watch, right down to the way the 42mm Luminor wears, makes it the option for those who are effectively anti-Panerai but are still intrigued by the brand's heritage and persona. So if you don't want a generic Luminor, you don't want the Panerai that looks like the rest, this is your watch. See the PAM00977 on the watch box. Panerai Luminor PAM00977 by night.